Oh, wow. I couldn't have done that better if I tried. Hunter Biden guilty on all federal gun charges. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of shocked that it went that way. That said, what I'm gonna do in today's video is try to walk the principled response to this verdict. Okay, and then maybe we'll get into a little bit of what I think is going to happen from this, but I'm going to try to take my biases out as far as what I think of the dude, as far as a person is concerned, and try to just go straight down the narrow way, if you will. And we're going to do that after a quick word from today's sponsor. Quick service announcement for all of y'all. We have now 2 discount codes prepped up for you guys over at Mission First Tactical. One is for the all day everything stuff, everything from their backpacks to their drinkware to the holsters to even the new translucent magazines that they just came out with. Really like the purple ones, by the way. And then a second code that is for everything that is getting ready to go away. It's going to be like 50 or 60% off in many cases. So you can find all that information over at the affiliates page, and special thanks to Mission First Tactical for making today's video possible. Okay, if you're here for the video, then it's very important that you listen from here all the way to the end, because there are a couple things that have to be unpacked here. That being said, now that you've locked yourself in, should Hunter Biden have been convicted of this crime? Well, I side with the jury. I believe the jury made the correct decision that he did indeed violate federal law in several places. He did commit a crime that if I or you had done a similar thing or even a fraction of what he had done, we would be in jail until we were old and gray. Although, ignore that. Having now said that, that's pretty much where my cohesion with the partisan politics that most would probably pin to me, that's pretty much where they end. Because the underlying question now becomes, are the provisions of law that he is most definitely guilty of constitutional in the first place? And I would say most definitely not. The background check and federal form for obtaining a constitutionally recognized God-given inalienable right, probably not constitutional, never been challenged, but we have no reason to believe that it is. The using of illicit substances and somehow that makes you a prohibited person, no text history and tradition of the United States on that one. In fact, the only evidence that we have of that suggests that once you sober up, you get your guns back. So the only one maybe that you could maybe go for is, are you allowed to lie to your government? I want to see an analysis on that one, considering that the founders of this country literally waged a war against their government. So I want to see the analysis on whether you're allowed to lie to your government or not, and whether that's whether it's constitutional that can be illegal. That is a whole discussion for another day. But what I'm trying to get at is that if you are a true Second Amendment supporter and you believe in the concept of God-given inalienable rights enshrined in our Constitution and ensured by the Bill of Rights, then boys and girls, then you have to say, hey, Hunter, I may not like you as a person, some of the things that you've done. I may not like your daddy very much, but I think that there's an organization that you need to get a hold of known as the Firearms Policy Coalition, because what they are currently doing is looking for plaintiffs that are looking to dismantle unconstitutional gun regulations. And I think that you are a perfect fit for them because they, if you haven't been paying attention, have been giving your dad a whooping for the last several years. I think that together, y'all could do some good work and shred some of this unconstitutional bullcrap that we've been living under for like the last 100 years or so. That said, what do I think is going to happen from this? Probably a whole hill of nothing. So they're probably going to suspend sentencing. In my opinion, I would assume that they would suspend sentencing just given his political affiliation. His father is an incumbent to the president of the United States. I would assume that the political apparatus is going to suspend sentencing until after the election. And even then, the true double standard will come out, and Daddy Dearest will issue him a pardon, even though, like I mentioned in the intro, that if you or I did that, we are the scum of the earth. We are the people that enable all of the bad things that happen in society. But when he does it, it's he's got a problem. Sorry, I said I wasn't gonna let that stuff bleed through. My phone, not yours. What I would say, though, is that if you are a person that is rejoicing over this, I would tell you to pump the brakes a little bit, because again, I think the limit there is he committed a crime, and we live in a system of laws, and because he committed this crime and everybody should be on an equal playing field, then yes, justice is served. However, look at the evil crap they didn't pump the brakes, because the whole concept underlying this, I believe to be radically unconstitutional to begin with. It should never have been on the books. It should never have even been conceived to be a crime. It was all built, these particular provisions are built around 1992 thinking. There's a lot of bad stuff that came out of the 90s, and this isn't helping very much at all. I would very seriously meter your response to this if you are Second Amendment minded, and it is my sincere hope that was not just me making light of the situation about the Firearms Policy Coalition. I would assume that if Hunter were to contact Firearms Policy Coalition, that they would absolutely help him fight this particular conviction on constitutional grounds, because, again, this would be a very good opportunity to skewer things that have been just out of reach as far as a constitutional challenge are concerned. And it would be very interesting to see the politics line up on that one. It would also give us a very, very clear picture of who is willing to cross the line as far as politics are concerned. Man, somebody's really trying to... Sorry about the weird cut. Bumped my mouse and it clicked off the OBS. It would give us a clear picture of who is willing to cross the line in the name of the Second Amendment, who's willing to cross the line in the name of constitutionality, regardless of partisan politics. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. What say you in the comment section down below? Thanks for tuning in to the VSO Gun Channel. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.